Clips. Alrighty, YouTube, another one of Kip's Clips. So, general election today, so all the news is really in and around that. I'm not here to persuade you one way or the other to vote for X, Y or Z, or even to vote at all. I have my own crazy ass opinions, and I like to try and explain where they come from. Where my crazy ass opinions come from. Now, as I've been saying it, like, I'm not voting. It's not. Anyway, I'm out. Nobody is getting my consent, because regardless of who you vote for, you're consenting to the government, if that makes sense. So if you vote for Corbyn and Bobo Johnson gets in, you've already written a contract signed a contract giving your consent. That contract is the ballot paper, and you sign it when you put the X on it. You know how long the tradition of putting an X in a box is? Goes back to the days when people couldn't read or write, they were illiterate. And you would just be asked to put an X in a box as a signature. Put your X there as a signature. So when you're in there voting, putting your X, in legalese, you're writing a signature of an illiterate person. Anywho, it's just my own craziness. Feel free to go out and vote for Comrade Corbyn or Bobo Johnson. Oh God. Anyway, I digress. So I know a lot of people have been saying to me, well, kinda, why don't you just go and spell your ballot and stuff like that? You know, oops. My bad. A lot of people have been talking about going and spoiling your ballot. I mean, yeah, you can be big and clever and draw cocks. You can just do that. You can do whatever you want. But ultimately, you're still giving your mark on that piece of paper. And you're certainly not objecting to... You're certainly not objecting to be governed. Because you're participating in the election. And again, I told you it's just my craziness. Now, here's the BBC telling you how to vote. Not who to vote for, they've already done that in the way of presenting news to you. But now they're telling you how to vote.
Of voting.
It's decision day, time to cast a vote. So this is what I hope will be a short but helpful guide on how to vote if you've not done it before, and what you can and cannot do once you're inside the polling station. So they're all open and they close this evening.
I think there's a lot of people that need to look at those rules, what you can and cannot do in and around polling stations. But hey ho, it's funny to watch.
At 10 o'clock. Remember, if you're in the queue at the polling station but not inside the booth by the deadline, you will still be allowed to vote. Hopefully you've had a polling card. It should have been sent to you if you were on the electoral register. If you've lost it or it didn't arrive, then you can go to the electoral.
The electoral register is a very it's a very good tool. Like, let's say, for example, somebody was like bullying and harassing and threatening you and stuff, and you were doing it behind the anonymity of the internet and hiding behind IP addresses and fake names and deleted channels and barrel loads of deleted videos and all that shit. You've got I don't know, the electoral roll is a very useful tool.
Commission, put in your postcode and they will tell you where to go and vote. It will be a public building like a school or a library. You must go to the polling station that is assigned to you. You do not need to take your polling card with you. When you get there, you will be checked off a list and issued with a voting paper that looks something like this. Take it into the voting booths provided. There'll be a pen and pencil in there, and put a mark.
Pen and pencil, you know, the conspiracy theories love the pencil thing.
Next to the candidate you're selecting, preferably across.
They fail to forget that the people that are counting the votes come from both sides, or come from every spectrum of the rainbow of retarded politics.
Just one, okay? If you spoil your ballot paper by accident and you need to get another one, they can issue that so long as you've not put it in the box already. And if it is your wish, you can spoil the ballot paper as well.
Oh, hold on. I thought voting was all about, like, taking part in it. So you're at the BBC are, like, literally encouraging people who don't want to vote for anybody to just go and that's a bit weird. Why is the BBC trying to get inside your head and tell you to just go and spoil your ballot paper? It's a bit strange, isn't it?
Some do if they don't like any of the candidates that are provided.
Right. Now, so I don't know if you're aware of this. Spoiling your ballot paper isn't illegal. In fact, it's kind of actively encouraged by the BBC. Hey, all the politicians, just go and spoil your ballot paper. This is my argument where, like, after this election, God only knows how many lunatics there are like me that aren't voting, right? Just refuse to do it, right? Like the whole shebang. But we will be in the minority. I'd argue, because most people have been riled up and fight. This is the time to make your difference, right? The people who didn't vote will be in the minority, right? And the people that did vote in the majority, and then the government stands up there and say we govern and we police by consent. Right? So where's this consent achieved? And how do the government get your consent for you to be policed and for you to be governed by them? Well, it's by you writing your contract with the government, which is you putting an X in their box. Anywho, so that's kind of my point. They don't care who... The system itself doesn't care who you vote for. I mean, like, how old's our democracy? A good few hundred years now? And I've never really... It's just... It's like voting for the best looking whore in a whorehouse. I don't want to vote for a whore. Like, is there anything other than, like, a fucking whore? Equals politicians. All of them. No, you don't have any other option. What if I don't like any of those whores? I don't want to get my dick wet. Well, you just go in and swing your dick about. Just say, like, woo! Just let the whores know that you were there. And I don't want to... Is there another option? Is there a third, a fourth? Is there any other way of approaching this? Well, I would argue yes. We would hold our own election. And independently, people would go out and stand next to the government-sanctioned polling booths and ask people to vote in our election, not theirs. And then when we had more people voting in our box, the government can no longer stand up in front of us and say the years are governed and ruled by consent. So the consent is gone of the majority. And can you please vacate the buildings? We're going to go and start up a new government. We're going to start with a bunch of under fives locked in a room, batting around some ideas of how to make a fairer system that isn't built like politics around the world. I mean, like, anybody with 3 brain cells knows it's just lies. It's just people lying to you to get elected, and then when they get elected, they serve themselves or their business interests or their corporate interests or whatever. I fail to see any of them as legit, authentic, real people. I can't see that from any of them. There's no authenticity from any of them. Anyway, so do what you want. Vote, don't vote, spoil your ballot. I'm out. I'm not giving them my consent. So see tomorrow, and then a year down the line, 2 years down the line, all these decisions that are getting made, they'll turn around and say we've done that with the consent of the governed. Because you did consent. Everybody did consent to these bunch of fucking loon balls from the left, from the right, from the up, from the green, from the brown, from fucking any town. Anyway, so stay tuned tonight. Depending on what happens, I might do a live stream for the results. But it starts at 10, usually drags on to 1 or 2 in the morning, and it's a bit bored. You get a bit bored by then, don't you? Anyway, thumbs it up, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all the good stuff. Leave all your comments, the good, the bad, ugly, and indifferent. I'll read and respond to as many as I can. Remember, what I'm doing here is digital busking. It's all available and accessible, free of charge. I hope to do such a good job you'll find value in what I do and use your spare change, not your life savings, in the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. Mega thanks to those who do. Alrighty, boob tubes. Thanks for listening. Catches.
Keeps clear.